Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, where last episode, which was recorded a while back, we have finally gotten back here. We did some pretty stupid things with guns that you should never do, and let's see what this person has to say.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Doesn't look like a malicious entity. What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a Milius is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
I mean, this is the most important thing about learning a new language. Straight to the swear words.
Then how did you get inside?
I'd
By
knock
the
on your
south
window.
entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Does she know anything about Fortress Accident? I need some dice. Not really sure. Squint your eyes mysteriously answers. No. I like role-playing games. I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
Fancy.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites.
I need to get myself a set of dice, even though I don't really play D&D, and when I do, it's on Roll20. Dice are pretty to look at.
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How do you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
Yeah, but role-playing... But isn't dice a little bit too niche? I mean, I guess it... Nope. Going back to think about it, people spend a shit ton of money on dice. D&D people spend a shit ton of money on dice. This makes sense.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Yeah, this makes perfect sense.
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
That do be true.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
I would like to order a die.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you know the unearthed? Do you have any cursed dice? Wasn't I gonna buy one of these things? Probably. I'll check on the library when we're back. Have any cursed
What
dice?
do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as this commercial area. As cursed as my life.
All right. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Can I order another die?
Sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce 1 die per customer.
Oh, damn it. I'm sure it's fine. I want to see the other options though, but I'm sure we'll be fine with our cursed eye. Do you know anything about the lynching?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
Calm down, we'll get to it.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
Did you see them on Sunday?
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire. She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
And you never took your eyes off work to look at the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Thank you for your answer.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Fantastic. Stick it to the landlords.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
I have heard this place is cursed.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
How do you explain what happened to the companies?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is convinced that the place is swarming with malicious
Plaisance,
energies.
the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
She's a wise woman. She has winter's Semonese trinkets. Bookstore isn't doing that well, hardly any customers. She has to exploit her own daughter. Yeah. Curse is binding its time. Yeah, she has to exploit her own daughter.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
The Whirling in Rags is part of a doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Yeah, it's a separate building. Malicious energies can't reach there. Yeah, the waitress just took off, and customers, definitely not me, are having trouble paying bills.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
I mean, you don't pay rent, which on one hand I applaud, but on the other hand might explain your success.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
It's because you're competent and dedicated. Sure, I'll be nice.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics?
Exactly.
What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
This makes sense.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Yeah, it's natural market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Yeah, my shivers is... Okay, let's risk it. It's a white shack
You
anyways.
feel nothing. If anything,
Damn
it's
it.
uncomfortably warm in here.
No, I am not taking off my clothes.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
I am not taking off my clothes. Even I have standards, for fuck's sake. Do you know what happened to the other tenants?
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Tell me about the hair salon.
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
Exactly.
It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
Also true. Customers should be more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who was Artemitap?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
Yeah, maybe that's what Kuno needs.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
It's the little ginger gremlin.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Judging from the kids I've met, it didn't really work out.
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
I mean, that is one way to put some pep in your step, I guess.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Are you sure?
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milius. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Tell me about this snuff milieu.
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
So pretty much just snuff. Yeah.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Someone here makes stuffed animals.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Yeah, that might be why the business failed.
Anything else?
Creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
The insect right activists?
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I like insects. But insects don't have brains. Or feelings.
Actually, insects do have brains, but yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
What is with the rotor
They were
blades?
made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
And what do they
The
say?
usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
No. Let's go back to the sword idea. I like it. I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wiro.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at
What went
times.
wrong? Yep.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Oh, so they were not right in the head.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
The project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
I'm sure this doesn't apply to any game studio that we know.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Showing up on work is incredibly hard. Project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
What about the fucking taxidermied bear?
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Oh, do tell.
Indeed, what were the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Yeah, that works, I guess.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Oh, yeah. That wouldn't great. That wouldn't be great.
Sounds like she really doesn't know how to be a female ally. Fritta does the same thing.
I know a girl just like that.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravenshaw ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
Didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravenshaw ICT lost the price war to its rival, Class A 5000. Class A 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
Is the market doing its job? I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherian.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, amazing.
Why is everyone doing drugs in this place? Even the taxidermist?
Because I can't believe I failed electrochemistry. Obviously, because drugs are cool. Remember, kids, don't do school, stay in drugs.
Megatherian, a mega wild beast.
What the fuck is a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
I don't have a comment on drugs. Think that vision beast could guide me towards some amphetamines?
I don't, officer. You should stay away from drugs and vision beast.
But they sound so cool.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
The intercom's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
The empty name card's yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Tell me about the whirling in rags.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Doom commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
What about East Delta Pinball?
Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, fluorography, trick-track, especially pinball.
Hey, pinball is awesome. I have many memories of playing pinball on Windows XP during my childhood.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
No, don't do this, Kim.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Come on, Kim. We know you love pinball. What about Slipstream SCA?
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie. It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
It was a ghost. Something eerie.
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Yeah, truth. Yeah, some of the kids are alright. Definitely not Kuno. A few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
I have no more questions about the building. I have other questions.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I apparently have no more questions. Goodbye.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Nice. So shoot the bits without the armor. +2 hand-eye coordination. Okay, how many enemies are we gonna find in FT500? I don't know. I could be surprised. Yeah, I only have 2 more. I have to choose carefully. I must choose very carefully. I do want the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Do I want to go full disco? No, I'm already Krasmazov. I can't become. Maybe I'm Krasmazov and Game Lemio. No. Let's go. I have to go for the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. It must be done. Okay, do not have any skill points. Pick up dice. Sure. Still not something that we can do. We have investigated the commercial area. And I guess we'll go to the... I guess we'll go to Plaisance. See, tell her that the eerie presence was only capitalism. Nope. Let's get out of here. Wait, is that still something we can... Ooh, stuff.
Tiles on the cube.
Nope. How doth one get out of here? Some more magnesium. Nice. We already found the old busted up gun there.
A few bricks have fallen.
Yep. What else? Is there something here that we haven't explored.
This orange.
What? This shelf? Nice.
2 cables.
And let's go outside. But doing that will be it for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I have been Pope. Do remember to click like, comment, and subscribe to all of the things that make the algorithm happy, and I will see you all next time.